BMW M6. How would it stack up to the Aston I drove earlier?
There is a lot to not like about the BMW. The grotesque carbon fibre dashboard, the enormous steering wheel, and the fact that this one is the colour of a vet's forearm. But there is an awful lot to like as well. It is a very good GT car. It's quiet, it's comfortable, it's spacious, and as Hammond was saying, it is biblically fast. This is so quick! I'd become used to impulse power in the Aston. Now I've got warp drive. This may come as a surprise to you, but in many ways, I prefer this to the Aston.
I, meanwhile, was falling in love with the Porsche.
Now, I know the engine has always been in the wrong place in the 911, but that's just made Porsche work harder to refine it, to hone it, to make it good. And now it really is very, very good. This is not just about how many brake horsepower you've got, it's how many of them you can actually use. And the 911 makes such good use of every single one of its horsepower. It's brilliant. Do you know, I prefer this to the BMW.
Now, I've just stepped straight from the 911 into the Aston Martin, and I have to say there's a good sense of theatre in here, and there's that fabulous noise. This is an event.
But as a sports coupe, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure it's as good as the Porsche. To help us make up our minds about which of these cars was best, we decided to bring some science to the party. We found ourselves a stretch of mountain road and hatched a plan. Hammond was dispatched to set up phase 1.
Hi, is that the Transport Minister? Yes, hello. Now, you know the main road that links the east and west sides of the island? Could you close it for us for an entire day? Yes. Thank you. Thanks very much. Great.
With that settled, Jeremy went to the airport to pick up a special delivery. So now we could settle this properly with some against-the-clock testing. Oddly though, Hammond had already come up with a winner.
I reckon the Porsche could win this. Apart from anything else, it's got the carbon ceramic brake option, which, yeah, costs $5,000, but all 4 weigh less than 1 steel brake disc, and they never fade. James, you're...
Hammond wasn't the only one turning nasty. The weather was too. Frankly, what you needed to be fast here was a hull and an outboard motor.
You done it? Oh, it's gone. Don't laugh.
You know,
Jeremy's blind.
So what?
no.
Has James actually... It does look very good.
God's sake.
Because this is part of the Isle of Man TT course, there are timing loops in the road, so we can monitor the Stig's progress. The BMW went first. And what's he listening to in there?
Do you think he can see anything up there?
He doesn't see like we see.
Really?
He doesn't see the fog, he just has numbers coming up in green.
Oh, like scrolling.
With 500 brake horsepower, the BMW, on paper at least, is the fastest car here.
Oh,
God,
he comes.
here he comes, here he
How
comes.
he's going to keep that on the road in these
This is
conditions?
quite a tricky here.
Whoa!
The run time for the BMW was 1 minute 35.875.
Okay, his average speed was
78.85.
78 miles an hour was his average speed. Average?
That's pretty. That's in this
That's
one.
a hairy car.
Hits 130. Top
100
speed.
He was doing 130 down there. A bike in the dry, he's only doing 170 along here. You can't even see where he's going.
I'm not going to see anything if you keep poking that in my eyeball.
Next, the 911.
Look at my trousers, so
Put
wet.
yourself together. You win.
This is the least powerful of the three, so it's down to the chassis to make up the difference.
So he's got to get that 911 round Black Hut.
Yes.
It's very tight left-hander. I should explain it is raining. Here he comes.
That's fast.
That's quick. Oh, yes! How quick was it?
1 minute 29.9.
6 seconds faster. Average speed of 84. Whoa. So the Porsche has got 140 brake horsepower less than the BMW.
But that's just down to how it puts that power down.
No, but you know the other thing it's got? Fantastic brakes.
It's true, the
That'll make
BMW
a
does
big
cook its
difference.
brakes. But now is the big test, of course.
Yes.
Because now it's the Aston, the reason we're here.
Yes.
Traditionally, what should an Aston do now?
Break down.
Break down.
Obviously.
380 horsepower.
Yeah, so this is the middle in terms of power.
Aston tested this car endlessly at the Nürburgring because they were determined it was going to be faster than the 911. So, how will it fare here?
These James's umbrella's working.
Oh, thank goodness. Are you?
Sorry,
yeah,
that's
you're.
poor form, isn't it?
No, here it comes. I can hear
Listen,
it.
you'll hear him.
Yeah, we're all stepping back.
That is such a good noise.
Well, that was quick as well.
1 minute 35.8.
It's exactly the same as the BM. Average speed, 78 miles an hour. Exactly the same as the BM.
So what's all that power doing in the BM?
The BM.
Yeah.
It's just
You
throwing it
can't
away.
use it, exactly. You can't.
No, it's using it to drive computers.
So the Porsche really is
That's a long
Better.
way ahead.
a long way ahead. Do you know what I think we should do now?
Go inside.
Go inside. Go inside.
Ow.
That night, while gorging ourselves on the fish we'd caught, we discussed the findings.
Your fishing didn't go well, did it?
Wasn't brilliant, if I'm honest.
So, that Porsche is 6 seconds faster than the other two.
Yes, over a short distance.
Over a short distance, and that's interesting because that's the one car I wouldn't have.
Now that is interesting because that's the one car I would actually have.
Mad. They're so 40 years old. Come on.
Now,
move on.
hang on. That's the whole point of that car. It's got German engineering and character and personality. Nothing else feels like a 911 to drive, does it?
I can't drive them in public.
Why?
People see you.
I don't think that's true anymore. I
It
think,
just is.
No, it isn't, because the 911 has become, as everything else around it has become much more bling and showy, the 911 has become understated.
What would you have then?
I have had a day where I've vacillated more about this than anything else. Get the BMW thing. I can't not have this power in my life. Well, you don't like it?
Not even almost, no. Biggest problem with the M6? The M5. Well, what? It's cheaper. It's got 4 doors, 4 proper seats.
It's
as
£20,000
fast.
cheaper.
It's 20. Well, there you go.
I know, but it's the whole point of a coupe is looks.
Yeah.
I know that's like comparing the M6 and the M5 is like comparing Ralph Schumacher and Michael Schumacher, which is better looking. But the 6, every time I saw one of you two driving, I was looking thinking, God, it does look good. But if you're looking for a sports coupe, Aston.
Rubbish.
I'm not. You see,
Oh.
no.
You'd have the, I'll tell you what the Aston is. It's an immense disappointment every time I drove it.
It feels big, it feels cumbersome, the interior feels nasty, frankly.
Beautiful.
What's coming next year? The Jaguar, XK.
And traditionally, the Jaguar that follows the Aston is always a better car, all the way back to the 50s.
Precisely.
Also,
Maybe I should switch and have the BM again. Talk me out of it, boys. The carbon fibre dash, come on.
And the
Okay,
carbon
well,
fibre
carbon
roof.
fibre you don't
Carbon
need, because
fibre
that's
roof
people-
and the gearbox. It is a computer. I don't like the
Turn that
computer
pie
stuff.
dish.
No, I'm not going. I love the BMW so much, but the one I really love is the M5, not the M6. That's the one I'd have. We're not doing saloons, we're doing coupes. I'd have the Aston still. And you'd have the Porsche.
Every morning I would look at the Aston and feel a faint disappointment that it isn't the car I thought it was going to be. And I would look at the 911 and think, my God, not only is it the best to drive and the best built, it's now
No.
pretty.
What would happen is you'd look out the window if you got a 911 and go, someone's poured paint stripper on it again. So it's you then, matey boy.
If I was walking towards the dealerships with my own money, at the last minute I'd think, and I'd veer off and buy the 911. Go on then.
It's 2 against 1. Let's imagine this is a democracy. It's a more clever choice. It's finally a beautiful looking car.
It's one. It's the Top Gear Sports Coupe. I'm not going to deny that. I mean, you're wrong. For God's sake, if you're watching this, don't buy one, but it's one.
By a majority verdict of 2-1, here is your winner, the Porsche 911.